Hello everyone, happy almost fall. I'm rocking my Ursinus t-shirt today because I don't feel quite as connected to campus as I did last year at this time, but that's okay, we'll do our best. So now I'm going to go over a topic that's a core 174 topic. It's not something that I taught in 173. Like I did teach hash maps in classes briefly at the end, but this is totally new. Although I think you'll see it's actually quite simple and nice once you understand it, and it allows you to do some pretty fancy stuff. So this is a topic called inheritance. And let me motivate it by going through a little example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, a lot like I did before, I'm going to make a person class. So let me do that. So make a new class called person. And I'm going to keep this driver class here that'll have a main that I run things from. But these are going to be classes over here that I work with. So person's we're just going to keep it pretty simple this time. We'll say person has a name and they have an age. And so what we'll do is we'll do a constructor where we can pass along that information. So I'll say string and int a. So I'll say name is equal to n, age is equal to a. So this should be familiar so far. There's actually one little thing I want to change here though. This is a good teachable moment about, I've been careful so far to have different parameter names from the private variable names, but that's getting to be a little tired. So let me actually, what if I want the parameter names to actually be the full thing? So what if I want to say string name and int age? Well, there's just one more thing I have to do. I have to differentiate between, well, which name is the instance variable and which name is the parameter here. So when I say this dot name, that refers to the instance variable of this object that I'm making. So this is my object that I'm working with here. So when I say this dot name, I have access to this name. So if I say this dot name equals name, well, this one is the parameter. So on the left-hand side, I'm saying, hey, the name that belongs to this object, this dot name, set that to be the parameter name. Okay, so when I just refer to name by itself, it's referring to the parameter. When I say this dot name, it's referring to the instance variable of this object. So of course I can do a similar thing for age. Okay, so here's your first new word, okay? The this keyword. So new keyword number one. This. So know what that means. That refers to this object. So these are variables that are members of an object, not of a class. So they don't have the static, right? Static would mean that it's actually a member of a class. So this is a specific object. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's just keep going and do some maybe similar stuff to what we did before. So maybe I'll also have a method, a void method. I'll say public void celebrate birthday. And all this does perhaps is just add one to the age, right? And I'm just going to keep it void. I won't even return anything. I'll just update the internal state here. Okay, cool. And let's make a toString method. So when we go to print out an object of type person, we actually see something other than the default memory address thing. So I'll say public string toString return name plus, so we'll put the name and then a colon and then we'll put their age. And we'll say they're that many years old. And that's the string we'll return. All right, so let's just test this out real quick. So let's say I make a person. Their name is Nick. And their name is Nick Scoville. He's our department chair. I believe he's about 10 years older than me, probably like 40. But he's still a strapping young man. Okay, so let's see what happens when, okay, and let's have him celebrate a birthday though. I'm not sure when his birthday is. I should probably figure that out because maybe he'll cut me some slack on my schedule next semester if I give him a present. So we'll celebrate his birthday. And now let me print this out. Okay, so if I print that out, and I say, okay, Nick Scoville, colon 41 years old. So I updated the internal state of his age, which started off as 40 in the constructor, but now it's 41. And when I go to print, it's going to call the toString. It's going to return this string. So you see that down here. Okay, so this is mainly a review so far. The only new thing I did was add this. Okay, so we're going to do just a quick little quiz on that.